Hi. So about a month ago, I did a video about a drum lick that could potentially get you fired. And the response I got from that video was overwhelmingly positive. And then I asked if I should actually make it a series, and a lot of you were down for it. So here's volume 2. But first, let's just make one thing very clear here. I know you see the title of these videos, and I don't actually want to see you get fired. Although that would be hilarious. If anything, I hope you take these licks as something you would add to your arsenal to build your chops up. A little extra vocabulary never hurt anyone, so you can grow up. By the way, last week I reminded you that at 5,000 subs, I would give you a thick workout routine. Well, fast forward to now, and we have reached 15,000 subscribers. 15,000! So not only will I be showing you a routine to get a thick chest and back, but I will also be answering your questions in between exercises. So go onto Instagram and DM me any question you may have for me. It can be personal or it can be music because, you know, this is still a drum channel. That video will also be coming out this week, so stay tuned. Alright, let's get to this drum lick and hopefully we can all get fired. Welcome back. This lick may sound a lot harder than it actually is. Let me show you why. I want you to take 2 drumsticks and go to your snare drum. Now, you see there are only 2 parts to this lick. The first part and the second part. And on this episode, you need to know 3 things opposed to just 2. Your paradiddles, your single strokes, and your double strokes. But I'm assuming that everybody knows what those things are because we are all adults here. So, shall we begin? By now, you should be at your snare drum. I want you to play the first half with me. I'm gonna play it really slow. Now that we can play it with our hands and our feet, let's start orchestrating. Remember, if you can play it slow on one drum, you can play it fast on all the drums. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's really just a matter of muscle memory. You know, if you're playing drums and you're thinking of all these things like, oh man, I gotta play this paradiddle coming up next. I gotta place these single strokes right here. Oh, these double strokes are right here. Oh man, I gotta play this quintuplet paradiddle on bar 2, measure 17. You're probably gonna sound like a robot and your bandmates are gonna throw up. Yes, when you're first learning things, take a technical approach to learning it. Everyone learns things different. Some people learn better by ear. Some people learn better by just seeing the stuff. Some people learn better by reading the music. Who cares how you learn it? All I'm saying is, when it comes down to performing this stuff, play it so much and get it to your muscle memory so well that you would actually have to try to mess it up. Now, hold on. I'm not saying that you should learn all these rudiments and educational patterns and just insert them to whatever musical situation happens, because that can also sound pretty robotic. But that's a story for another video.
Dude, just get on with the lick. We don't care about your stupid story.
Hey man. Fuck you. So part 2 of this drum lick is a little trickier. This is where the double strokes start becoming more apparent. It automatically starts off with this type of thing. You could just groove off of that all day, baby. But what's the first thing we must do? That's right, go to the snare drum. Because what did we say before? If you can play it on one drum, then you can play it on all the drums. I really hope that's the case. Pay close attention to where I'm accenting these notes. The notes that are capitalized in the sticking pattern that I wrote down, those are your accents. Alright, now that we got that on the snare drum, let's just go ahead and move it around the set. As you may have noticed, the snare drum and the hi-hat do a lot of interplay with each other. So honestly, if you just get it figured out on the snare drum first, then all you gotta do is worry about the hi-hat. I mean, come on, you're not going around like... Alright, now that you know how to play that part, let's combine the 2 things and let's just play it around the drum set. Now, I agree with you. That lick is pretty ridiculous. But if I wanted you to take at least 2 things from this video, then both of those would be practice slowly on the snare drum first, practice slowly.